Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be carrying on with our Civ 5 little adventure. And today we've pretty much not really left off from where we were last time. We've obviously been building markets to try and fix some of the issues with the economy of our, shall we say, kingdom. We're also building courthouses in the most recent occupied cities and everything. Obviously we've still got a bit of work to do up in the north. We've got some work to do down in the south because I want to try and connect all these cities together in one massive road link if we can once we fix the economy. But yeah, so far so good. We've obviously taken out Mongolia in the last episode, which is pretty good. But obviously we've been able to deal with the Mongolians, which was a good thing because, well, Caesar's even bigger than that. So now we can upgrade ourselves to some longbowmen. They're going to be very useful. So next up, we're going to go for physics because we're going to need some big stuff going forward. So there is a few things that we could. There is a few things that we could do. Like we could go into we could obviously start expanding New Nottingham in terms of like buildings and stuff like that. But at the minute, given the threat of a certain someone down on the eastern side, aka Julius Caesar, we're going to have to focus development on our military because we're not going to beat him if we don't have the ability to, you know, overpower his military. Now, from what I've seen, he does have a decent sized military, which could be an issue. But hopefully we can deal with him when the time comes. New London demands Wales. I don't think there was any Wales. There is Wales on the map, so we could actually build for that. We've almost done with We've almost done with Notre Dame as well. I've just noticed that there's some barbarians down there. So the knights are going to be the fastest troops we have. So it's going to take us some time to get over there, but we can afford to use the knights over there. So fingers crossed they can get over there to protect our things. So we'll do that to you. That should be there, and then we can use this worker to go across there. And yet they are attacking the city. That is fine. I don't think the knights are going to get back there fast enough, but it's not that big of a deal. Plus, we don't need the knights up here for now. The knights can come back later if need be. So, because they seem to have a navy in the bottom part of the map, we can at least start to develop a navy to deal with their coastal cities on this side. And then we can start to focus a bigger navy on this side. So that's my plan, at least. Also, as well, I've just noticed there's a road here. We can start to connect our cities up a little bit easier. So we can connect Cornwall to New Cornwall to New Derby. And we can start to work on our cities overall. Because obviously connecting them via trade routes will be really nice. And yep, they've just attacked the... They've just attacked that. There's still one archer left, annoyingly. So I can't send my workers there to deal with it. I will protect them inside the city, though. That's going to affect our happiness, which is a problem, but we can deal with that. Of course, the knights are starting to head back as well. So, I think to make it easier, we're going to start developing roads here. Because like I said, my anticipation is I want to try and deal with the connection. So, like, we can obviously start to improve our work and stuff like that. Improve our economy. So if we can connect all the cities up and then start to connect them all in terms of trade routes, that could be really beneficial for us. So that's why New Lincoln's having a road built. Because then we can eventually get that finished. They're near New Nottingham. Okay, so they're up in the upper part here, so we can send the pikemen that we left over there to deal with that. Otherwise, we don't really have a whole lot to do so far. We could maybe try and get some trade going with the other cities and other nations and things like that. But, still. That's New Lincoln connected, so now New Lincoln should have more effective research. So New Manchester, you're not really doing too well. Let's have a quick look at what you're doing. I want the citizen management page, that's what we want. I don't think we need to focus on working these tiles. They don't really provide too much benefit for us. This provides a lot of food, which is, you know, as you can see here, that's providing 4 food. So I want them to work this tile. We can continue having them work that tile. And then I'll have them work one of the Great Barrier Reef tiles. Now, obviously, our production's going to drop here, but there's not... I don't know why this city's so low on its production. Like, yeah, we have a lot of farmland, but, you know... I mean... Let's take them off that tile. That should make things a little better there. This tile's been worked on by New London, which is good. But yeah, we're so far doing okay in terms of our production value. So now that most of our cities are connected, we can go and connect... Well, New Leeds still needs a courthouse, but we're working on that. These cities need to be connected up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this worker to go and give this worker a hand. You guys can start on a mine. And you guys, you have a very important task. You are going to begin the process of getting the roads in the southern part all connected up. I'm not bothered about these archers. They're not too dangerous. Then you can start on a road as well. And, well, pikemen, clear them out. There we go. And a great person born in Birmingham. Must be Richard Hammond. Okay, so we can start to produce now what we want. Let's have a look at this city and see what tiles it's working. So this doesn't look too bad. So we have all the, what's this? That could obviously help. We could do that. I think this city's fine how it is right now. Genuinely, I think it is. I think it's completely fine. So what are you producing? You're not producing anything, so long swordsman, please. You continue to connect up, please. We want to connect up our cities. We also want to try and clear that marshland I've just noticed as well. That's one thing we need to do. So, you lads have a very important job. You're going to start on some roads for me, please. Caesar just entered the Renaissance era. That's fine. There's also a pretty damaged enemy ship over there. That's fine. We'll start a Golden Age using the second one, because we already have one down here. What are you doing there? That's my concern. Let's move the pikemen back, because they are pretty wounded. So, your lads' jobs and your lads' jobs are to start work, please. The knights can stay here. You lads can also begin working on a road, please. We want to try and connect our empire up. And now we're in the Renaissance era. So let's go for astronomy, because that's going to be useful. And you can start work on a trebuchet. You lads can head back to the New Nottingham station, please. Continue work on your road, please. So far, so good. Our empire's continuing to grow. Our empire's continuing to, you know, develop and everything like that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start producing ships for the upper coast part. What can you guys do? You can head into that forest area. I'm actually going to send the knights to cover them. Obviously, if they run into barbarian pikemen, that could be an issue, but we can deal with that. It's not a big deal. Because then I can start to connect my cities up. In fact, I have a better idea. I'm going to send a knight to go and check out this. Okay, there's an encampment there. I didn't know about that. Where's those pikemen? Let's send the pikemen down, because they can deal with that. So now you guys can cross over. Have you connected that up? Yes, you have. Excellent. So clear that forest for me, please. You lads, headed to the marshland. We need to get rid of this marshland. So far, so good. New Nottingham demands pearls. Well, it's not happening, Chief, I'm afraid. So I want to send the knights to deal with this potential encampment here. Yeah, they're still there. Okay. So the pikemen can head up here and then fortify. Sure, work on a farm, I guess. We need you. In fact, would this... Yeah, get rid of this marshland. Porcelain tower has been built in a faraway land. And there is Notre Dame. Excellent. Our military is the largest, which doesn't surprise me. Okay, so London can now start producing us some weapons for our war effort. Let's get some longbowmen. We can't just focus all our eggs in one basket in that regard. Let's head you guys up here. At least until the pikemen clear out that encampment. Looks like the barbarians were not actually there, so that's useful. The knights just cleared that out. Harun al-Rashid has entered the Renaissance era, that's fine. And looks like our economy has just collapsed because we've just had our trade deal with Rashid end. That's fine. It's going to be quicker to actually produce a swordsman and then turn them into a long swordsman, so that's probably what we're going to do there. As for you, pikeman, please. Let's see if we can get a trade deal going against these guys.
إنه أنت. ما هذا؟
Offer you some gems, spices, and incense. You're not making much gold per turn, so I will actually take that deal.
إذا وجب.
That's fine. What about Alexander? Oh, your economy's collapsing, mate. What about Caesar? Let's offer him some incense. Nice. That'll help. That'll help towards our war effort, because we will need to deal with you, Caesar. Sorry, mate. The courthouse in New Derby is about to be produced, so I would make a Derby joke, but Derby boy won't like me for that. So, let's head the knights back up. So far, it's looking pretty good for us. Like, we've definitely got what we needed to get going. I think the pikemen can now clear out what we need them to clear out. So now, that ship's just been produced, which is fine. There's a barbarian trireme there, which I didn't know about. That's concerning. But for now, I won't worry about it. I'm actually going to start deleting some of these workers, because some of them are just sitting around doing nothing. So, what else can we afford to lose? We definitely don't need these guys. Because workers do cost a lot more to produce than a standard thing. We don't need 2 workers on the same job. So we can delete that one. And then, like I said, we can just turn it into... In fact, we can get a settler produced. There's no harm in doing that. It adds to our economy, after all. So we'll start producing another trireme. It's time I told the world of your sins. Thank you, Rome. Even though I've just given you a trade deal. Ugh. Yeah, I need to change this. We don't need ships down here now. So, bear in mind, I literally just gave him what he wanted. I gave him a nice deal, you know, I made it so that he can, you know... I made it so that he has some nice things to give to his people, but no, he publicly denounces me. Don't worry, they're my knights. New Edinburgh can fire on enemy. Good. New Birmingham can as well. Yeah, let's deal with them. Get rid of them. I'm not too bothered about barbarians. They just give extra XP to my troops, so they just help out. There is a Roman scout there, and I feel they're going to do something, but if we lose a worker for it, it's not a big deal. Okay, I think 2 ships here is enough, so let's continue producing. Because we are going to have to prepare for war. And we can most certainly do that. Okay, it looks like the enemy ship has moved on. Immediate promotion, kick their ass. That's that encampment cleared. Sink that, please. Thank you. New Nottingham's ready for a new production project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these pikemen down to here. Where's the other pikemen? They can do the same. They can start making their way down here. And we can start sending the navy across. The scouts, I think, are there just to, you know, be there. I can get rid of this worker. We don't need to improve any tiles up here now. We've almost got ourselves a caravel as well, so that's going to be useful. We can now get to work on some more longswordsmen. So now we can start sending the ships to have a look down south. This worker still needs to finish off this road, so I will do that. Are we not upgraded? I forgot to upgrade our catapult. That's okay. So now they're a trebuchet. Let's go for... Navigation would be nice, because then we can get our ships to the line. But I think gunpowder is more important right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sending the navy to go and have a look. Because we need to be prepared for war. That's got a road, yes. Perfect. Okay, we can start producing and preparing for war. A great engineer has been born in the city of New Nottingham. I don't remember what you do. Hurry production. This order will hurry the production on the city's current effort. It consumes a great person. Do you do anything else? What's this? Construct a manufactory. Maybe it's only for buildings, which makes sense. Realistically, New Cornwall's almost got the courthouse produced. We'll just go for a golden age with you. Then for you, we can continue producing trebuchets. The longbowmen can now move to the battlefield. Rome does actually have a sizable navy down here. They have 2 triremes. Don't worry, that won't last long. I have a plan for them. I'm hoping that New Cornwall expands into one of the fish tiles. Because if they do, we can potentially... Yeah, you can buy a tile, but then again, it means we can turn them into ships of the line. Later down the line. So you know what? We will change to navigation. And we will... Nope, don't do that. Do not burn down the city. Just burn my movement tiles. And then do that. Arabia's just boxed in with their warriors there. I don't think they have optics or anything like that. So now we can get rid of you. We can wake you and put you to alert. Okay, we are looking a lot better now. Machu Picchu's been built, that's fine. And we can adopt a policy. So, maintenance paid on roads and railroads reduced by 33%. That's going to boost our economy even further. So now, we will need open borders. But looking at this though, obviously this encampment will not be here. His cities look pretty well defended. So I'm just going to make this unit alert. Okay, I think we're almost ready to begin the war. We are almost ready to begin the war. Obviously, we've got 2 ships down there to dogpile his one. Obviously, I know he has one near, but we can deal with that. So we'll go Trireme and start sending this one up to the north. Next city to produce. Good. So then we can send the pikemen this way and start preparing for our attack. In fact, I have a better idea. We can send them to deal with these Roman scouts. So I think, now that we're ready, it is time to begin the war.
Tam fortis, tamen tam stupidus. Udinam habeas cerebrum simile tuae fortitudini.
Well, thank you, Caesar. These are my waves. That's the Roman ship destroyed. I'm not going to rename my ships HMS and stuff like that. We don't need that. Ooh! He's gone to war against Alexander. That's pretty good to know. So his ship we can bait out, which is good. Okay, move the troops in. Move the troops in. With the Great General, of course, because we kind of need him. Okay. Then we can send these long swordsmen that we've just made down to the front. It's going to take them a few turns to arrive, but that's not a big deal. As for the northern ship, that can start to head up. We can delete you. We don't need you right now. I'm not going to declare war over Arabia because, you know, we don't need to attack them right now. You guys get down to the front. Because at least then we can start to pummel his cities with ships of the line, which is my intention. That's the idea anyway. So new leads just finished that. We can go for a pikeman here and immediately upgrade these to a long swordsman. So let's have a quick look in their city. We're going to focus it on one city at a time like we did last time. We can put the trebuchets in the cover of the trees here. Same with the longbowmen. So now we can start to move the troops in. New London's just finished that. Good. We can focus on a long swordsman there. And now we wait. We can continue to send our ship forward as well. I don't mind losing ships because these are cheap to build. But once we get ships in the line, that's going to be a completely different story. No, get you down to there, please. And set up the trebuchet ready to fire. We can start capturing workers now as well, which can be useful. So we've captured you. And we'll move the ship in as well to attack. This city looks... either it's a bug or it looks really underdeveloped. Never mind. Where's that ship? The ship is still in the port. That's good. Let's move the troops in. And let's get them. Like I say, I'm not attacking Arabia this game. Not for now, anyway. I want to take out Caesar, because Caesar is going to be a big problem. So let's do it. As for you guys, continue to head towards the front, please. They're attacking the Lon Swordsman, surprisingly. Another trebuchet built. Excellent. That's what we need. Alright. Start firing, please. Retreat this worker. And continue to move the troops in. As for you... Did we set one of them to build a settler at some point? I swear we did. Yeah, New Derby. We could actually just start working on, like, economy and stuff down here. And you guys can head towards the front. Because I can't do anything with my ships at the minute, really, on this coastal city. They're just going to sink them. Which, you know, I don't mind losing ships, as I've already said, but, well, we need to take on Caesar. So we need all the help we can get. Because he has got a big empire. But thankfully, it's going to come crashing down. 25% strength against cities, please. This trebuchet is going to be putting in a lot of work this campaign. And that is one city taken already. That is one city under our control. We can retreat these guys out, which is good. New Cornwall's almost finished that, so that's good. And we can just continue to send the boys in. So that ship is still not moving. Let's check on the other cities. See, his cities are in good positions, but he doesn't have a military. He just doesn't have one, it seems. So I think now, to divert some of the attention, we might as well get the ships firing. Obviously, we've not even seen... Oh, hang on a minute. Deal with that, please. Nice. So clearly there's an encampment there. Hold on. Great General. Why is it all done that? There we go. Okay. Construct a road. Yeah, I don't care about you. I'll crush you in your own time. And there's the ship. I can't attack the ship because it's in the city. But it's okay, it's not a big deal. So now let's send the ship this way. There's Antium, that's good to know. Obviously once my ship has more in its ability to move, we can potentially get set up in that regard. So, whilst we're at it, we might as well start preparing our walls. And now, to send the boys in. Open fire. Because longbowmen are pretty good against cities. Move it into the city borders. Move you boys in. Obviously, if he has a troop to attack us from behind, that could be an issue, but we can deal with that. Fortify until healed. And just move everyone in. Trebuchet, that needs to move. So we're going to need a lot here. And he's even established another city over here, which is annoying. No, you're being wiped out, my friend. I've been meaning to deal with Caesar for a while, and his empire's grown humongously. And that's what worries me about Caesar, is his military. Well, not his military, his cities. So yeah, just open fire, boys. We've even pincered in the ship, so now his ship can't go anywhere. And that is the city taken. That's another one down. Our empire continues to grow. Get to work on a courthouse. Just get them into our territory. So, let's have a quick scout with our own ship. More cities. We're going to be here a while. This is going to take a while. This is a big campaign. You can just continue heading this way, I guess. It's going to take you a few turns to do it, but same with you. Just make your way down here. Alright. That is, I think I'm going to leave it there for today, because I didn't expect it to be this big of a campaign. But hopefully we can continue taking on him in the next episode, which will be very useful. But first, let's capture that worker. But yeah, it's looking good for us so far. I mean, I did not expect his military to be this low, because it's Caesar, and he tends to, you know, focus on that sort of thing. Good access to luxury resources. It literally doesn't. It just has whales. That's the point, actually. Where am I going to plonk this settler? I'm going to have to think about that one. But yeah, whilst I go do that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and obviously the start of our Roman campaign. It's going to take a while, because, well, I mean, look at the size of his empire. It's crazy. He's got a lot of workers, he's got a lot of cities. He's even got some legion waiting for us in the new city, so we need to be prepared for that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. See you all on the next episode.